Looks like the right time to talk about your taxes and the T4. So let's begin. It's the tax filing season, and I know what's going through your mind. Some of you are afraid, some of you are confused, some of you don't know what to do and why to file taxes, how to file taxes, and some of you are pretty confident you know what it is and you know how to do it. But this video is for people who are kind of confused what tax filing is and what's important for you as a person who's employed and working and how to file taxes. And so this is going to be a very short video where I talk about the T4, which is the tax slip called T4, and what it is and what are the important sections in the T4 which you need to know. So without further ado, let's begin. So first big question, what is a T4 tax form? If you are a salaried employee in anywhere in Canada, the employer provides you with a T4 form, which is your basic salary and your deductions for CPP and EI. That is the most important slip you'll receive, and all of the employers are required to send you the T4 before February 28th. So if you haven't received your T4 yet, you might want to check your address on your file with your employer, or you want to just maybe remind your employer to send you a T4. And so let's assume you have your T4 ready in hand and you're wondering like, why are these boxes? What are these numbers? 13, 14, 26, there's some amounts written on besides them, there's CPP, there's EI, what is it? So let me show you guys what a T4 is and explain you what a T4 looks like and what the things are and what are the important things you need to know on a T4. So this is exactly how a T4 looks. On the top you have the employer's name, on the side you have the year of taxes, and in which this case would be 2017 because you filed previous year's taxes in this year. And then you have a bunch of boxes with your name and bunch of figures in the boxes right there. And it's the same thing again in French. So let's see. Alright, so the first box is pretty self-explanatory. It says your employer's name, so whatever company you work for goes on the top, and their headquarters or the official address that they have registered with goes at the bottom. Besides that, there is the year, so which would be the previous year. So right now it's 2018, your T4 should have 2017 on it. And then it says T4 on the top besides that. And if you scroll below the bottom, there's employer's account number. And then below that, the box number 12, which shows your social insurance number. So it is important to double check your social insurance number because sometimes they don't make a mistake, but it is always good to know that it is your social insurance number that is there. And then let's move on to the right side on box number 14. So the box number 14 on top, it says employment income. This is your gross employment income for the year, like the calendar year from January 2017 to December 2017. It will be displayed right there, the whole, like it's the gross amount without taxes. And after that we go to box number 16. Box number 16 is employees CPP contribution. So in Canada, you and the employer, both of you pay for CPP, which is Canada Pension Plan, which I'll make a video about in the future. So you contribute, it's like a pension plan. There's a certain percentage from your gross income which goes towards CPP, and the employer also pays that much. But on the T4, all you need to know is your part of the contribution, so you can use that. Box number 17 is employees QPP contribution. So if you're living in Quebec, then you have a different contribution limit or like a different contribution percentage, and that's why it's a different line there. If you are anywhere except Quebec, your CPP contribution should be on line number 16. And then we have employees EI premiums. So EI is employment insurance. Once again, I'll make a video about that in the future, where you and the employer both contribute a certain percentage of your income towards your EI. So that is mentioned there, which is box number 18. And then you have different contributions. So there is RPP contribution, that is registered pension plan. If you have made any contribution to your pension plan, then the amount goes in there and it shows up right there. Everything is pre-filled from the government or the employer, so you don't need to worry about that. So that is line number 20. Moving on, we have box number 52. Box number 52 is pension adjustment. What that basically means is there's a certain limit or a cap on how much you can deposit or how much you can contribute towards your pension, and if you're contributing more, there's an adjustment. So if there's any amount that needs to be adjusted, it goes in box number 52. And let's see. So the next is box number 22. Box number 22 is the income tax already deducted from your gross income. A lot of times employers assume that you are in the first tax bracket and deduct the income tax per paycheck. The assumption is made on the basis of the form that you fill, the federal and the provincial tax form, when you first join the company. So usually most of the employees do that, which is a good thing, so you don't have to bear the burden of paying the full tax at the year end. So let's assume there was maybe $50 already paid for my taxes from my each paycheck, so it would be right there on line 22. And next is EI insurable earnings. The amount on box number 18, which is the employment insurance, that is determined by your gross income. Usually box number 14 and box number 24 is the same because your gross income plus a certain adjustments will determine your contribution towards your EI and CPP. So that is box 25 and box 26. And box 24. Box 24 is if you are working where you have a union, you are a part of a union. Your union dues are tax deductible, so they have to give you how much you paid in union dues so that it's visible to you and you can use that while filing taxes, which is box 44. And then we have box 46. If you are generous enough and if you had the capacity to make donations and you made a few donations, you'll receive a tax receipt from the organizations you donated to. And they also give the information to the CRA. So it should be on there. If you have made any donations, it should be on there. The amount of deductible that you can claim on your taxes should be on box 46. And the rest of it is not kind of necessary. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, so I think that's about it for the T4. There's nothing much more to it. It's plain, like this is pretty much your T4. If you scroll at the bottom, it's the same thing but just in French. And then there's like 4 pages to the T4. The first is in English, the second is in French, and the third and the fourth pages, as you can see, they have everything mentioned here. So box 14, employment income. They also mention when you're filing your own taxes, which I'll show in the next video, so stay tuned for that. It also shows you which line you should enter your employment income. So here it says employment income, enter on line 101. Everything you've seen in the box above from box like 15 to box 50, all the information is here and where to use those numbers on your actual tax file. So yeah guys, that was about it for the explanation of what a T4 is. So go ahead, open up your T4s and see what it is, how much you earned, how much you paid, and get a sense about your finances firsthand. And since now you know everything about your T4, you are almost ready to file your own taxes. So day after tomorrow, I'm going to be filing my own taxes. So I'm going to walk you through how I use a free software called Simple Tax to file my own taxes. If you want to know how to file your own taxes, stay tuned on the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get the notification right away. And be ready for day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow is going to be the day you file your own taxes.